Ironically, the smart employee often receives more work and less pay, while the smart entrepreneur ends up earning more money from less work. Which is more appealing to you? On Saturday, March 19th, you will have the opportunity to experience the E to E transition. Your experience and talents will always have a value in the marketplace. This private 2-hour group training session will literally show you how to convert employee skills into entrepreneurial wealth. We go beyond small business talk. This is about real-world opportunities that need your expertise, and they are willing to pay you for it. To register for the Saturday, March 19th training session, visit e2etransition.com or call 1-888-380-4249. This is one investment you will not regret. Internet-driven technology has revolutionized how global entrepreneurs meet for business. Still, nothing takes the place of a face-to-face meeting with your vendors, customers, or partners. That's why I'm a firm believer in private jet travel. Thanks to my friends at Dreamflight Luxury Travel, long lines, canceled flights, and embarrassing screenings are no longer an issue. Time is money, especially when you need to transport your staff, investors, or clients to a major or remote site around the world. The friendly people at Dreamflight Luxury Travel can create a custom solution for you through their world-renowned Dreamflight Plus card program. Visit them at flydflt.com. Again, one word, flydflt.com. Or simply call them at 1-866-969-3358. Again, that number is 1-866-969-3358 to find out about the Plus card and tell them Jonyprofit sent you.
You're listening to the Global Entrepreneur Radio Show on 1480 AM. Give us a call at 713-784-1480. 713-784-1480.
And welcome back. It's 2:44. If your boss is looking at you crazy right now because you happen to be listening to the show and you don't feel like you're getting your worth, then visit E2E Transition and figure out how to get in on this next training session we have coming up. I want you to enjoy your life. Life is too short. So, you can be out there and you can make a difference. And it's not about making money. I reported on Facebook this morning, somebody said, why don't we teach young kids in elementary school about money? This is not about money. Money is something that the owner class gives the working class in order to keep them busy and for us to keep scores. Like, I don't want to be rude about it, but basically money is the poker chip of the rich. And, basically you are the chip as well. So countries go to war behind it. At the end of the day, I don't like people that chase money. You should have a clear vision of what you want out of your life. Your life is your movie, and you should think of the props, the characters, all the things in your life that would make your life complete, whole. You'd feel good inside. So those are the things we look at. Now, your question had to do with business cards, right?
Right.
Okay, say it again.
Well, basically, I was asking if business cards are an asset or if they are more of a hindrance.
Well, it goes back to it's not what it is, it's what you do with it. In most cases, going back to that networking and socializing properly, business cards really end up being a nuisance and a environmental issue at most events. We'll walk in and people will hand out like 3-4 cards. I was in the Galleria the other day and the guy handed me 3 business cards for his barber service. Because I kept walking past the same place, and he's like, here's a card, take my card. And I'm thinking, but you don't know me. I have a sensitive scalp or something. So I'm saying, when you pull out your business cards, or even when you print your business cards, I know you took a lot of time, you probably spent money on that logo, and you're really impressed with your business cards. On a small business level, when we're dealing with employee-to-employee type things, that's fine. But if you're going to approach an entrepreneur or an investor, we don't want your card. We want you to say something that tells us that you have our best interest at heart and that you understand us before you hand the card out to me. Like literally, Faith, and Faith does a great job of protecting me from card throwers, and we call them ninjas because they pull out their cards and they just start flicking them at people. You can see them coming because no matter what you're doing, they're going to start pulling out those cards and like, here's my card. You got a card? And often, Stephanie, not you, but folks in the market, when I don't have a card and I'm talking to someone in marketing, they literally look at me in disgust. Don't have cards?
I never looked at you in disgust.
You didn't because you knew the game.
I thought it was hilarious.
Right. And people, so if you run into somebody that's just appalled that you don't have a card, you'll be all right. Like I said, if they had something important to say, Faith, or if you have something important to say, long before. Think about in college. How many cards did you carry as a college student? Did you carry business cards?
Yeah.
Index cards. flashcards.
See, y'all were advanced for
I
the
had a
game.
business card.
See, yeah, figures it was Stephanie. For the most
No
part,
business cards for me.
for the other 50,000 students at one university and 10 at the other and all, normally you don't carry business cards to create relationships at that level.
Right.
And those relationships last
Sorry.
forever. You know, well,
Sorry about that.
you know, you were ahead of the game.
Thanks.
So as far as that, business cards are what you make them. If you take them to an event, hand them out sparingly. That way we know that you're for real when you make a contact.
Okay, so I'm hearing all of this, and I guess at this point I'm a bit concerned because I'm thinking, okay, the website thing, not that many followers, don't carry business cards. I mean, at this point, if I'm trying to market my product, what's going to be effective?
Well, as an employee-driven mindset, small business, probably gonna spend more money on marketing. But you know, from the entrepreneurial side of it, we literally do marketing before we start the business. You know, most of the times when I see people pull in a marketing person, it's because they didn't identify the market prior to going into business. Because they ran out, they got their cards, you got your office, you knew what you're going to take to the market. You're so excited. You're going to open your store right here. You're going to do all these wonderful things, and then you realize there are no customers.
Right. But that's a small business. That's what they do. They tether themselves
That's-
to an
that's-
enterprise that may or may not be viable in the market.
Yeah, I
Can
mean,
you hear me now?
yes.
Thank you.
So what did you say?
I said that is what small business owners do. They tether themselves to an enterprise that may or may not be viable in the market. It's just what they want to do. Been there, done that, got T-shirts, but ultimately there is no market.
And the hard part okay, let me help again. The reason I classify entrepreneurs versus employee mindsets, an employee will take what happened at XYZ Fortune 100 and try to apply it to a small business as though that will work. And so the reason I've found that most people, when they open a small business, try to do big company stuff, especially on the marketing side, and they think if I just set it up. When you open a McDonald's, it's already established. When you open a new Chevrolet dealership, it's already established. But when you're a small business owner and you go out there and you haven't researched the market outside of, you know, how many people live in a certain area and how many people attend a certain function, that's not enough. You have to know right down to what color shoes these people wear, where they go to church, and more importantly, where do they get their money from? We can't do business without money.
That's true.
Right.
So if you don't know the absolute income source of your target base, and they should dry up, they lose their job, they no longer have access to credit, and you can't figure out why your business is going under, and then you go out and hire a marketing person, and that marketing person's going to do what? You can't get blood out of a turnip.
I'm not going to take that client. Thank you.
Right,
Go
but
on
most
record.
people will because, you know, they get that first $2,500 retainer and they're so excited and then no results. No results. So you got two people that are upset. One, the one who can't pay their bills next month because they don't have another $2,500 retainer, and the one who just gave away $2,500 to have somebody tell them, your business is doing great. Let's just run a couple more ads. But no one took the time to think to themselves from an entrepreneurial standpoint that, oh, guess what? That market doesn't exist because NASA's shutting down and 300 of your customers just got deported or moved out or whatever.
Okay, fine. I hear you saying this, and I know a lot of people are kind of getting hurt out there. But what I'm
No, they're
trying
getting
to
educated.
Okay, educated or hurt, I guess.
Semantics.
Something, right? Semantics, exactly.
They say the truth hurts. Hey, I mean,
But this is what I'm trying to understand. Okay, let's say that I am pretty sure that I know who my target audience or target market is going to be. What do I do about promotions?
Well, for a small business owner that believes in the entrepreneur or the employee mindset, you're going to go run some ads and you're going to promote by maybe discounting yourself to the point where you don't even make money on every transaction. And you're going to hope that people keep coming and they're just going to stay loyal and, you know, you're going to promote it.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, it's hard to do business when you're broke.
Okay.
See, if you're sitting there and you decide that you're going to give somebody a $1,500 discount on something that cost you maybe $1,500, what's the point of being in business?
that's true.
Makes sense.
But you look over and you see your counterparts, bless their heart, and they're selling the same thing for $10,000. How does that make you feel?
Numb.
Bad.
I have no feeling. Thank
And
you.
broke.
Right.
So it's just important to understand that if you are approached by a marketing expert, that whether you're employee-based mentally or entrepreneurial-based mentally, that person has a clear understanding of the market. I don't care about your techniques to get the money out or get the message out. I want to know what's your technique for making sure that the customer I'm going after have the means and needs to make this a good transaction. Okay.
Well, I guess you've pretty much answered my questions. I'm all out of them for now, you know. But just in general, it seems to me like clearly there is a huge difference between a small business owner and an entrepreneur. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, the biggest difference is this. If you wake up each day and you're trying to figure out how to make your business a better business, you literally work inside of the business. Even if you're an absentee owner, when you wake up each day trying to figure out how to have the best trading company or the best cloth company or the best any type of company, you're a small business owner from an employee mentality. And there's nothing wrong with that. Please don't get that message messed up. There's nothing wrong with that. I've been there. I'll probably go back to there. But if you're talking about being an absolute professional entrepreneur, you are after one thing: needs within a market that have the resources to pay you for your talent. So again, if you're out there now and you're not looking around the world and you're not seeing changes in human behavior and you're not sitting there thinking, wow, I have did that for XYZ company for years and they only paid me $70,000. You tell me there's a contract on the table right now to do the same thing for $15 million. If that doesn't spark you to move, then you are a small business person of employee background. And I will help you. I help through SCORE. I don't have a problem with it. That was one of the problems we had when I bring on guests to question.
Right.
They're sitting here feeding small business from an employee mentality, and I'm sitting here trying to push entrepreneurial mentality, and we clash. So,
And it's interesting you say that because I spoke to someone the other day, just yesterday, about starting up a business. They do consulting and, social, I forget what you call it, but essentially they connect government resources with patients.
gotcha.
And that person said, I'm not into businesses. I'm not trying to run my own thing. So she was totally happy just being an employee.
All the time.
Sure, some people are.
Right.
And that's okay. I don't think that we're saying that it's not okay if you want to be a small business owner.
Okay. And you're right. And so we're going to leave out of here. And just remember, there are different classes and different types. I want to see you get on there and register for the workshop. I want, for those of you who have that itch, to get out there and start a business based on the market. We'll see you next week. SCORE, Counselors to America's Small Business, is a nonprofit association dedicated to entrepreneur education and the formation, growth, and success of small businesses nationwide. SCORE has 389 chapters and locations throughout the United States and its territories, with 10,500 volunteers nationwide. SCORE, founded in 1964, is a resource partner with the United States Small Business Administration. Houston, Texas chapter of SCORE, with more than 70 volunteers, has been helping entrepreneurs and small business owners in Houston for over 40 years. They are real-world professionals with time-tested knowledge who donate thousands of hours to help small businesses succeed. Counselors are experts in areas such as accounting, finance, marketing, management, and business plan preparation. You can visit them at their main office at 8701 South Gessner here in Houston, Texas, or just give them a call at 713-487-6565. Check them out online at scorehouston.org. Ironically, the smart employee often receives more work and less pay.